and all these on that option. Get the mask on my face like a catch. Don't call my phone, it's trying to cop. I'll pull up and serve you well.
Yo! Welcome to LCameraTV. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share the show with things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and Rumble.com and wherever else. And guys, it was a sucky week. So we gotta talk about obviously the Panthers losing to the Buccaneers. That's first on the list. The second thing is I'll tell you my fantasy situation, what happened last week, and also what this week's looking like. And finally, I gotta talk about what I think the Panthers are really doing with the whole Teddy Bridgewater, CMC, and all that stuff. So we got a lot to talk about today, guys. So let's get started. So the first thing we gotta talk about is how the Carolina Panthers sucked it up on Sunday. Now they sucked. I'm sorry. I thought it was going to be 38-21. It was, I think it was like 21-14. I didn't expect Tom Brady to look so trash. He looked trash. So even with a trash Tom Brady and no Chris Godwin, we still only put up 14 points. Now, Teddy Bridgewater had 3 turnovers. He had 2 interceptions, 1 fumble, and 1 touchdown. The defense looked a little bit better, or maybe it's just Tom Brady looked horrible. But we did get an interception. That was good. But the O-line looks like Cam Newton's O-line. Did not look like it was protecting well at all. Teddy Bridgewater looked like he has no real arm strength. He was dinking and dunking most of the game. And then in like the second half when it was down, he started throwing more deep down the field, and that's when we actually started getting progress. Like, we got DJ Moore, we got Robbie Anderson. He started throwing 20 yards down the field, 15 yards down the field, and we started moving the ball well, and that's how we got the 2 scores. But for the most part, the Panthers did not look good. Now they're 0-2, and it was a bad loss, man. I was pretty upset. If you guys watched my live stream, y'all check it out. If y'all haven't watched it, I live stream on Sundays, and I'll basically live stream the football games. But I didn't have a good time at all. It was very nerve-wracking. I thought we could make a rally late, but obviously Teddy Bridgewater did what Teddy Bridgewater does, and he threw an interception. So, which ended the game. So for me, you know what I'm saying, it's nothing that I didn't expect. I thought they were gonna run the ball more effectively on us. They ran it, but I didn't think they did it like. Oh, I'm sorry, it was 31-17. I think it was. I think that was the score, 31-17. And I think it was because of the late score by Leonard Fournette and all that stuff. So, the Panthers didn't look good, but it's nothing to be surprised about because, like I said, they didn't really look good against Raiders. And, you know, offense looked pretty good, but not the defense. And now the defense also didn't look good. But they looked a little bit better, I guess. I'll give them a little bit better. But the offense looked horrible with Teddy Bridgewater. So, it's not to be surprised, but it is sad to see. And the second thing I want to talk about is my fantasy. And your boy is 2-0 in fantasy. Obviously, I won last week. That didn't suck. I think I won 150 to like 142. But it came with some bad news. Obviously, my heavy hitter Christian McCaffrey is going to be out for a few weeks. So I'm scrambling to figure out how to fill that void. But so this is my lineup so far. There might be some changes, but this is my lineup so far for the week 3, and I think it's a pretty good lineup. So check this out. My starting quarterback is Cameron Jarrell Newton. Cam Newton, I had to put him as my starter because I had him on the bench the last 2 weeks, and yesterday, or Sunday night, he gave me 39 points on the bench. I said, and I think Drew Brees gave me 19. I said, never again. So Cam is going to be starting for the remainder because he be balling. I didn't expect him to ball against Seattle. Well, he definitely balled against Seattle. My receivers is Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin's back from concussion. My running back is Jonathan Taylor. He had a really good game for me this week that's just passed. And now they're playing the Jets, which I think he's going to do well. For now, I'll have Sony Michel starting. I don't really want Sony Michel starting because Cam gets a lot of rushing touchdowns. I got to find a way to get rid of him. But I got Dallas Goedert for Philly. I think they're going against the Bengals. I think they're going to have a bounce-back game. And I think Dallas Goedert's going to have a good game. I got Hayden Hurst. They're going against Chicago, which is a good defense. But the Falcons need to win. And I think even if, you know, he doesn't have a mega game like he had in Dallas, which he was on my bench too, and he gave me like 20-some points on the bench, I think he'll still have a good game. And I got Julian Edelman. Obviously, Cam Newton threw, you know, passes to him. He had 179 yards. He was also on my bench. He gave me 27 points. And I still won. So I had Cam gave me 40 on my bench. Hayden Hurst gave me 20 on my bench. And Julian Edelman gave me 27 on my bench. And I still won, which is crazy. My bench is Jared Cook. I had to bench him. Sammy Watkins. I don't know his deal. He might have a concussion or whatever. Mike Williams from the Chargers. He didn't really play that well for me. I had him starting last week. But because of Justin Herbert, he didn't really throw the ball. So he's not starting this week. Drew Brees. Obviously, I got Cam. So Drew Brees is not starting. I got Anthony Miller from Chicago. He gave me a goose egg last game. So I don't really trust him too much. And I got Justin Tucker as my kicker. And I got Green Bay's defense. And I got Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel as on my IR spots. So I think I got a good lineup. I'm projected to win, I think 146 to 140. But we'll see how it plays out. I think it'll be a good matchup. And we'll see, man. But obviously, hopefully my team does well. And I'm 3-0 by the end of by next Tuesday. So we'll see what happens. And finally, this is what I think is going on with Teddy Bridgewater and Christian McCaffrey and this whole Panthers regime. So the first thing I want to say is I don't believe Christian McCaffrey is really that injured. The initial prognosis was that, oh, he's, you know, going to be fine. You know, it's a little ankle injury, whatever have you. Then all of a sudden they did an MRI, he's out for 4 to 6 weeks. Teddy Bridgewater playing like doo-doo, and they let Cam Newton, who obviously is balling in New England, go. And I can only look to them tanking for Trevor Lawrence, which I absolutely don't agree with. If you're going to, I think they are tanking. I don't think they're, you know, obviously they're 0-2. I don't think they're going to win that many games. But I don't really want them to tank. I think tanking, I don't know how good this Trevor Lawrence kid is. I'm not really too sold on him either. I'm more on the Justin Fields camp. And I also feel like if you have an MVP caliber quarterback, you don't let him walk out the door for a prospect. Because again, prospects don't always turn out to be great. And that's, I've always said that. Like, I feel like if you got a proven commodity, stick with a proven commodity instead of something that might be better. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know for sure. And Trevor Lawrence looks like he's going to be a good quarterback. But do we know he's going to be a good quarterback? Obviously, Sam Darnold looked like he was going to be a good quarterback, and so far, he looked like he's trash. Obviously, Mitchell Trubisky looked like he's going to be a good quarterback, and so far, he's been trash. Obviously, he had, I think, 2 good games, but I don't see that holding up. So that's what I believe the Panthers are doing, and I don't agree with it. I think that's a bad way to go about any team. And I also feel like, you know, they made a mistake, and I think they, you know, I heard some people said they didn't give Cam Newton an apology, and I think that might be, you know what I'm saying, the best course of action, because they did, I feel like a lot of things that they did to him was, you know, messed up. But we'll see how that whole thing plays out. But I do think that the Panthers are tanking. I think they're not, you know, I kind of feel like that's disrespectful to the fan base, because you basically tore down, I mean, and obviously even David Tepper said, oh, you know, be patient, be patient. But when a fan base has been to 2 Super Bowls and lost both of them, and they felt like they had a very good team, and you tear it down, and you say be patient, I feel like it's hard to ask that. I mean, let's be honest. The Panthers won 5 games last season with Kyle Allen, and the defense was the same and all that stuff. Now it don't even look like we might win 5 games. You know what I'm saying? And if this is what a starting quarterback injured, we won 5 games. So what does that tell you if we don't even win 5 games and we have our starters, we have, you know what I'm saying, a defense that we rebuilt and all that stuff. So, I don't know. That's how I feel about the whole situation. Let me know what y'all think. Well, that's it for me, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and Roman.com and wherever else. And guys, get in the comment section, man. What do you think about my fantasy lineup? What do you like? What do you dislike? Put that in the comment section below. Also, do you think the Panthers are tanking? Put that in the comment section below. Make sure you check out my dog Renard Steam's channel. Very funny, very talented. You'll love his stuff. Definitely check that out. Growing every day. You already know what it is. And, you know what I'm saying, share with your friends, man. Put on Instagram, whatever. And definitely tune into the live stream. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.